Hello students, welcome to another section of topological space. Okay, we are considering this section projection. So first we have a definition. Let x1, x2, etc. xn be sets, and we define capital X is equal to Cartesian product of these sets x1 cross x2 cross etc. xn. Then for every I we can define a mapping which is denoted by pi I. Pi I is a mapping from x to xi. Okay, capital X from capital X to component xi by pi I of the element, actually pi I of the element n tuple x1 x2 etc. xn equal to xi. These two I are same, and then this function is called a ith projection. That means suppose we have x1 x2 etc. xn. Okay, then you consider capital X as its product. Suppose this is our capital X. Okay, then I define a mapping from capital X to corresponding xi, x1 here, x2 here, x3 here, etc. xn is here. Okay, so I define a map from x to capital X1 which is denoted by pi 1 and x to capital X2 which is denoted by pi 2 etc. x to xn denoted by pi n. Okay, and how this map works, capital X is nothing but the Cartesian product of n sets x1 x2 etc. xn. So elements in capital X is of the form ordered tuple, n tuple. So X has the elements of the form some x1 here, x2 here, etc. xn here. Then you consider some n tuple x1, x2, etc. xn. This ordered n tuple is mapped into the corresponding ith entry. Pi 1 maps this order tuple into x1, pi 2 maps this order tuple into x2, etc. Pi n maps this order tuple into xn. Okay. So this is called a projection map, and when x belongs to capital X, pi I of x is called the ith coordinate. Okay, ith coordinate. Ready? Now using this definition, we have a theorem. Let collection of all xi comma tau I equal to 1, 2, 3 etc. n be a collection of topological spaces and x tau be their topological product. What is a topological product? Since x1, x2, etc. xi's are topological space, if we consider capital X is equal to their Cartesian product, then this X can be considered as a topological space where the topology is defined by using open boxes, and that is called product topology, which is already discussed in the earlier sections of topological spaces. Okay. So, what is X tau? X tau is nothing but product topological space of these collection of topologies. Okay. Then we have to prove that then this theorem says that each projection pi I is continuous. That means pi i's are mapping from capital X to xi's, which is denoted by pi I of order tuple x1, x2, etc. xn is equal to xi, which is continuous, which is the first sentence of the theorem. Moreover, if z is any space, then you consider a function f from z to x, then this function f is continuous. Then f from z to x is continuous if and only if pi I composition f is continuous for every I equal to 1, 2, 3 etc. n. Okay. So, we are going to prove this theorem. So first of all, you need to know what is a topological product of these xi's. We have x1 tau 1, x2 tau 2, etc. xn tau n be topological spaces. Okay, then capital X is nothing but their cross product x1 cross x2 cross etc. cross xn. And what is tau? And tau be the product topology. Product topology on X. What is product topology on X? Product topology is a topology generated by open boxes in this space. That is nothing but, if you consider, okay, I will define. If you take B is equal to set of all elements of the form V1 cross V2 cross etc. cross Vn, such that each Vi belongs to corresponding tau I. Okay, then this collection has the property that their finite intersection is closed. Okay, and this can cover the whole space X also. So we have previous theorems related to these concepts, which says that if B is a cover which has finite intersection property of and it can cover a whole space capital X, then there will exist a unique topology generated by this subcollection. So using that theorem, there will exist a unique topology. There exists a unique topology on capital X which is generated by B, and that topology is called product topology. I denote it as tau. Okay, that topology is the product topology. It is denoted by tau. Okay, so space is here. Capital X tau be the product topological space of these collection x1, x2, etc. xi, where each xi tau I is a topological space. Okay, now what we have to prove? We have to prove that each pi I from x to xi defined by pi I of x1, x2, etc. xn equal to xi is continuous. This is we want to prove first. Okay, this is our first claim. Okay, how can you prove a function is continuous in topologically? Topologically, it is equivalent to inverse image of open set is open. So we are going to prove each pi I has a property that inverse image of open set is open. Okay, so how for that I consider an open set here. We need to prove that pi I inverse of that open set is open in capital X. Ready? So for that, let Vi be an open set in the range space of pi I, that is in Xi. Vi be an open set in capital Xi. Okay, then you consider pi I inverse of Vi. Now consider pi I inverse of Vi. We need to prove that pi I inverse of Vi is open in capital X. Okay, Vi be open set in Xi. Actually open set in Xi means Vi evide undavum? Vi tau I il undavum. Vi will be belongs to tau I. Why? Because tau I is the topology on Xi. We have given tau I is the topology on Xi. So when you take Vi is an open set in Xi, that element must be belongs to corresponding topology. Therefore, Vi must be belongs to tau I. Now we need to prove that pi I inverse of Vi is open in capital X. To prove pi I is continuous, we need to prove that pi I inverse of Vi is open in capital X. Okay, now we are going to consider what is pi I inverse of Vi as a set. Okay, so pi I inverse of Vi, I will claim, first I claim that what is pi I inverse of Vi? Pi I inverse of Vi is nothing but inverse image of open set of Vi. Okay, so it is actually nothing but x1 cross, x2 cross, etc. cross, xi minus 1 cross, Vi cross, xi plus 1 cross, etc. cross xn. That is, in the ith position, it will be Vi. Okay, others are xi's, corresponding xi's. These two sets are actually equal. How can you say that these two sets are equal? If we prove this set is equivalent to this set, we need only prove that this set is open. Okay, this set is open. Okay, so first we are going to prove these two sets are equivalent. So for that I consider an element belongs to here, that is also belongs to here. Okay, going to prove that element is also belongs to there. So for that, I take an element x1, x2, etc. xn, etc. is an element, arbitrary element belongs to pi I inverse of Vi. ഇനി എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാൻ ഇങ്ങനെ എടുത്തത് എലമെൻറ്റ് എക്സും വൈ എന്നൊന്നും എടുക്കാണ്ട് x1 x2 എക്സെട്ര xn എന്ന് എടുക്കാനുള്ള റീസൺ എന്താ? ബിക്കോസ് പൈ ഐ, വാട്ട് ഈസ് ദ മാപ്പിംഗ് phi i? Phi i is a mapping from x to xi. We know pi I is a mapping from x to xi. And x has the elements of the form ordered n tuples. കാരണം x എന്താ? x is nothing but x1 cross x2 cross etc cross xn. This is x. The elements in capital X are tuples. Okay, so when we choose an element in capital X, it is of the form some n tuple. We can't choose some, we can write some x, y or z etc. We have to write some ordered n tuple. Ready? Now we have the map pi I is from x to xi. Then you consider vi is an open set. Vi is an open set in xi. Okay, vi belongs to tau I means vi is an open set in xi. Then what will be pi I inverse of vi? Pi I inverse of vi will be here. ഇവിടെ ആയിരിക്കും നമ്മുടെ pi I inverse of vi ഉണ്ടാവുക. So pi I inverse of vi is a set which is a subset of capital X. Which is a subset of capital X means it also has elements of the form n tuples. അപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ടാവുന്ന എലമെൻസിൻ്റെ ഫോം എന്താണ്? n tuples ആണ്. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഞാനിവിടെ x എന്നോ y എന്നോ എഴുതാതെ n tuple എന്ന് എഴുതിയത്. ഒരു n tupleയുടെ ഫോർമാറ്റിൽ എലമെൻറ്റ്സ് എടുക്കാനുള്ള റീസൺ. ഓക്കെ, സോ വി ടേക്ക് x1 x2 etc xn belongs to pi I inverse of vi. So which implies corresponding pi I will be pi I of the element x1 x2 etc xn will be belongs to vi. In function is applied here. So which implies what is pi I of x1 x2 etc xn? By definition, pi I of x1 x2 etc xn is nothing but corresponding ith component xi which is belongs to vi. എന്തുകൊണ്ട് അങ്ങനെ എഴുതിയത്? Since pi I of x1 x2 etc xn is defined as pi xi because it is a projection map. Projection map is defined as which maps an n tuple into its corresponding ith coordinate. Since it is here I, xi will be belongs to vi. അപ്പോൾ ഈ ഡെഫിനിഷൻ എന്തായി മാറുന്നു? pi I of x1 x2 etc xn will be nothing but since pi I is a projection, it is nothing but xi. So xi will be belongs to vi. Okay, so what you get now? If you consider any n tuple as an element belongs to this set, it says that its corresponding ith entry is fixed in vi. Okay, so ith entry will be belongs to vi. Others, the rest of them belongs to corresponding xi's. So which implies x1, x2, etc. xn is an element which belongs to capital x1 cross, x2 cross, etc. Ith element will be here intermediate term in this sequence. So x1, x2, etc. xi minus 1 cross vi cross xi plus 1 cross etc xn. Ith coordinate is fixed. Ith coordinates belongs to vi. Rest of them are belongs to corresponding xi's. So the whole n tuple will be belongs to this set. Clear? So we get pi I inverse of vi is contained in this set etc vi xi plus 1 etc xn xi minus 1. Okay, first part. Okay, for the reverse part, I take an element, let x1 x2 etc xn is an ordered tuple belongs to this second set x1 cross x2 cross xi minus 1 cross vi cross xi plus 1 cross etc cross xn. Ready? So what this says? An ordered tuple belongs to this one. Suppose we have an ordered pair AB. AB belongs to x1 cross x2 means A belongs to x1 and B belongs to x2. This is the meaning of elements belongs to cross product. അല്ലേ? ഒരു ഓർഡേർഡ് പെയർ x1 ക്രോസ് x2 ഉണ്ട് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ആദ്യത്തെ ആൾ ആദ്യത്തെ സെറ്റിൽ നിന്ന് രണ്ടാമത്തെ ആൾ രണ്ടാമത്തെ സെറ്റിൽ നിന്ന് വന്നു എന്നാണ് അതിൻ്റെ അർത്ഥം. സോ ആൻ n tuple belongs to this set means which is a Cartesian product of sets corresponding coordinates are belongs to corresponding sets. So x1 will be belongs to x1, x2 will be belongs to x2, etc. xn will be belongs to xn. So I can write which implies x1 belongs to x1, comma x2 belongs to capital X2, etc. xi belongs to capital vi because ith component is here vi and xi plus 1 belongs to xi plus 1, etc. Last term xn will be belongs to capital Xn. Okay, so which implies we take this part only. We have xi belongs to vi for some I. So which implies xi belongs to vi implies xi can be written pi I of x1, x2, etc. xn. So xi can be written, its definition by definition of projection, pi I of x1, x2, etc. xn is xi. So instead of xi I can write this, replace this. So which is belongs to vi. So the x1, x2, etc. xn will be belongs to pi I of something belongs to vi means that element will belongs to pi I inverse of vi. So we proved that whenever we take an element belongs to this collection, that element is also belongs to pi I inverse of vi. Therefore, x1 cross, x2 cross, etc. cross, vi cross, xi plus 1 cross, etc. cross, xn will be contained in pi I inverse of vi. So from 1 and 2, I can say that these two sets are equal. So our claim is true. Our claim is true. So what is our claim? Pi I inverse of vi is a set which is of the form this one. So we have to prove that pi I is continuous. In order to prove pi I is continuous, we need only prove pi I inverse of vi is open in capital X. Now we enough to prove that pi I inverse of vi is equal to actually x1 cross, x2 cross, etc. cross, xi minus 1 cross, vi cross, xi plus 1 cross, etc. xn is open in capital X. So we are going to prove this set is open in capital X. Okay. So how can you prove this set is open in capital X? What is capital X? It is nothing but product topological space. So what is product topological space? It is a topological space and its topology is generated by a base B which has the elements of the form open boxes. Okay. ഇപ്പോൾ എന്താണ് എക്സിൽ ഓപ്പൺ ആണെന്നാണ് എനിക്ക് പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്. എക്സ് എന്താണ്? പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് ടോപ്പോളജിക്കൽ സ്പേസ് ആണ്. പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് ടോപ്പോളജിക്കൽ സ്പേസിൽ ഓപ്പൺ ആണെന്ന് എങ്ങനെ പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്യും? വി നീഡ് ടു പ്രൂവ് ദാറ്റ് ദിസ് സെറ്റ് ബിലോങ്സ് ടു ദ കറസ്പോണ്ടിങ് ടോപ്പോളജി ഓഫ് എക്സ്. എക്സിൻ്റെ ടോപ്പോളജി എന്താണോ അതിനകത്ത് മെമ്പറാണ് ഇയാൾ എന്ന് പ്രൂവ് ചെയ്താലാണ് നമുക്ക് എന്ത് പറയാൻ പറ്റുക? അത് ഓപ്പൺ ആണെന്ന് പറയാൻ പറ്റുക. ഓക്കെ. സോ വാട്ട് ഈസ് ടോ? വാട്ട് ഈസ് ടോ ഓൺ ക്യാപിറ്റൽ എക്സ്? വി നോ tau is the product topology on capital X, and tau is generated by some b equal to set of elements of the form v1 cross v2 cross etc cross vn such that each vi belongs to tau I. ഓക്കെ, ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഫോർമാറ്റിലുള്ള എലമെൻസിൻ്റെ കളക്ഷനാണ് ബിയിലുള്ളത്. ഈ ബിയിലുള്ള എലമെൻസുകൾ കൊണ്ട് ജനറേറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള ടോപ്പോളജിയാണ് ടോ. അതിനെയാണ് പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് ടോപ്പോളജി എന്ന് വിളിക്കുന്നത്. ആ പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് ടോപ്പോളജിയാണ് നമ്മുടെ ഈ പറയുന്ന പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് സ്പേസായ ക്യാപിറ്റൽ എക്സിൽ ഡിഫൈൻ ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള ടോപ്പോളജി. So to prove this set is open in capital X, we have to prove that this set belongs to corresponding topology of capital X. That is, this set belongs to tau. Okay, this set belongs to tau. So how can you prove this? This set is a member of this collection. If you prove this set is a member of this collection, that is trivially will belongs to tau. Okay. So what are the elements in this collection? We consider corresponding topologies of Xi's, and we take open sets in tau I and their cross products, which is the form of elements in script B. Okay. Now we have Xi, tau I are topological spaces. Therefore, each Xi is open in tau. Each Xi is open in Xi, since tau I has full sets. Tau I always contains corresponding full sets. If xi tau I is a topology, then xi must be belongs to tau I. Okay, xi tau I topological space ആണെങ്കിൽ tau I ൽ ഈ xi എന്തായാലും ഉണ്ടാവണം. അതിലെ ഫസ്റ്റ് കണ്ടീഷൻ, that is the first condition of topological space. Okay, so each xi will be open in xi. That means x1 will be open in x1, x2 will be open in x2, etc. xn will be open in xn. And what about the ith coordinate vi? What is ith? This is ith coordinate is vi. It is not xi. Okay, vi is, we have chosen that vi is an open set in xi. That is our first assumption of this theorem. Okay, so which together implies x1 cross x2 cross etc. cross xi minus 1 cross vi cross xi plus 1 cross etc. cross xn. This set will always belongs to script v because it has the property of this one. Okay, idum cross product on, this is also cross product form, and it has n coordinates, it is also has n coordinates. Okay, and each coordinate must be open in corresponding xi's. Okay, here instead of v1 it has x1 is open in x1. Here v2 will be open in v2 belongs to tau 2 means v2 will be open in x2. Here x2 here will be clearly open in corresponding x2, or x2 belongs to tau 2, etc. xi minus 1 will belongs to tau I minus 1 because it has a tau I minus 1 is the topology on xi minus 1. And vi is our assumption, vi belongs to tau I, etc. xn will be belongs to tau n. Therefore this set has the property of this collection. Therefore this will be belongs to script b. So whenever this belongs to script b, tau is the topology, product topology generated by script b. Therefore tau will contains all of the elements of b. Therefore this set x1 etc. vi etc. xn will be contained in tau. That means x1 etc. vi cross xn will be is open in, belongs to tau means it is open in capital X. So what is this set? This set is nothing but pi I inverse of vi. Vi is open in capital X. So we have, for every open set vi belongs to tau I, for every open set vi belongs to tau I, pi I inverse of vi belongs to tau. That means topology on capital X. This is topology on xi and this is topology on xi capital X. I'm sorry, topological product space. So which implies pi I is continuous, and this is true for every I. For every I. So each projection function is continuous. It is a very, very important theorem in topological space. Each projection function is continuous. Okay. Now we have one more statement in this theorem. Moreover, if Z is any space, then f from Z to X is continuous if and only if pi I composition F is continuous. So I take let Z be any space. So I take let Z be any topological space and F is a mapping from Z to X. It is X, okay? Z to X. We need to prove that F is continuous if and only if pi I composition F is continuous. Okay. So let us prove the converse part first. It is very easy. What is the converse part? Suppose F is continuous. F is continuous. Sorry, it is not a converse part, it is the first part. Suppose F is continuous. Since F is continuous, in the previous part, in the we have already proved that each projection is continuous. Suppose F is continuous, we proved that each projection pi I is continuous. Therefore, if two functions are continuous, their composition is also continuous. First of all, their composition is well defined. We have Z is a mapping from we have F from actually set. F is a mapping from Z to X, okay, and from X to Xi we have pi I. Then there will exist a function which is a mapping from z to xi, that will be pi I composition f. Alle? Yeah. So pi I composition f is a mapping from z to xi, and it is well defined too. Okay, their composition is actually well defined because yeah, since so here suppose f is continuous, we already proved that pi I is continuous, their composition pi I composition f is also well defined, therefore their composition is also continuous. So the first part is very trivial. Now for the converse part, conversely assume pi I composition f is continuous. We have to prove that f is continuous. So in all cases, to prove a function is continuous, we use the technique inverse image of open set is open. But here we are going to prove inverse image of base elements are open. For we prove inverse image of base elements are open. Inverse image of that means what is f? F is a mapping from z to x. Okay, suppose this is z and this is x. X is nothing but x1 cross x2 cross etc cross xn. Okay, it is a product topological space, and z is any arbitrary space. F is a mapping from z to x. We need to prove f is continuous. For that, we prove inverse image of base elements are open. What is base element here? Here base elements is nothing but b, script b, that is of the form v1 cross v2 cross etc cross vn, where each vi is open in xi. ഓരോന്നും ഇവിടുന്ന് ഓരോന്നെടുത്ത് ഓപ്പൺ സെറ്റ്സുകളെ എടുത്ത് ക്രോസ് പ്രൊഡക്റ്റ് എടുത്തിരിക്കുക. So vi belongs to tau I. This is our b, base of capital X. Not capital X, the topology of capital X. Okay, so we prove inverse image f inverse of elements of script b is open. Okay, inverse image of elements of script b is open. So this is our method for proving f is continuous. Okay, so let I take an element from the base of the topology of capital X, that is elements in script b. So I take v equal to some v1 cross, these are actually sets, okay, not a single element, v1 cross v2 cross etc cross vn. This is, I represent these as some v, be a base element of product topology on X. We want to prove that our claim is inverse image of this set is open. So I need to prove actually f inverse of v is open. Inverse in Z here. F inverse of v is open in Z. Now I consider what is f inverse of v literally. So f inverse of v is an inverse image set. So how can you define this? It is nothing but set of elements Z in capital Z such that the function maps f maps Z into this v. So it is nothing but set of all Z in Z such that f of Z belongs to this v. This v is a set. E v same ആണ് കേട്ടോ. This is same as these two v's are same. Okay, so this is f inverse of v literally, which is nothing but set of all Z in capital Z such that fz belongs to what is v? V is just a representation notation. It is nothing but v1 cross v2 cross etc cross vn. So which is nothing but set of all Z in capital Z such that fz belongs to this collection. Okay, so which implies corresponding I can write some pi 1 of fz belongs to v1, comma pi 2 of fz belongs to v2 etc. pi n of f set belongs to Vn. Why? Because we know that pi I of x belongs to x equal to xi. So corresponding projection maps every element into corresponding ith coordinate. So it is V1. So f set belongs to V1 means I can write pi 1 of f set belongs to V1, pi 2 of f set belongs to V2, etc. Pi n of f set belongs to Vn. Okay. So that is f inverse of V equal to set for z in set such that we write pi 1 of f set belongs to V1, pi 2 of f set belongs to V2, etc. Pi n of f set belongs to Vn. So that what is pi 1 of f of z? It can be written pi 1 composition f of z. This is same as pi 1 of f of z. Okay. So I can write pi 1 of f of z belongs to V1, comma, pi 2 of pi 2 composition f of z belongs to V2, etc. Pi n composition f of z belongs to Vn. This is same as pi 1 of f of z, pi 2 of f of z, etc. Because decomposition f is g of f of z. So which is equal to set of all z in capital Z such that I can write z belongs to pi 1 composition f of z belongs to V1 means z belongs to their inverse of V1. So pi 1 composition f inverse of V1. അല്ലേ ഇതിനൊന്ന് ഈ ഫംഗ്ഷൻ ഇവിടെ അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്തു ഇങ്ങോട്ട് പോയി. സോ z belongs to again pi 2 composition f inverse of V2, etc. z belongs to pi n composition f inverse of Vn. Okay. So which is nothing but set of all z in capital Z such that z belongs to this one, z belongs to this set, z belongs to this set. That means z belongs to all of these sets. So z belongs to all of these sets means I can write intersection. Intersection I equal to 1 to n. Okay. Pi I composition f whole inverse of Vi. Alle. Set of all z in z such that set belongs to this one, set belongs to this one, etc. Set must be belongs to all of these sets. So set belongs to this one intersection, this one intersection, this one intersection, etc. up to nth stage. So it can be written intersection I equal to 1 to 1 equal to 1 to n pi I composition f whole inverse of Vi. ഓരോന്നിനും സ്പെഷ്യൽ ആയി എഴുതാണ്ട് എല്ലാവരെയും ഒരുമിച്ചാണ്, അത് കോമൺ ആണ്, അതുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ ഇന്റർസെക്ഷൻ ഉപയോഗിച്ച് എഴുതിയിരിക്കുന്നു. Okay, so this is f inverse of V. We need to prove it is open. Remember, we need to prove this is open. Okay. And we have assumed that pi I composition f is continuous. Since pi I composition f is continuous, and what is mapping pi I composition f? It is a mapping from z to x. Not x, actually xi, sorry. Z to xi. Pi I composition f is a mapping from z to xi. So, since pi I composition f is continuous, inverse image of every open set is open. So if we consider any open set here, its inverse image, that is pi I composition f whole inverse of Vi will be here, and that will be open in set. Okay, what is Vi? Vi is represented as some open set. Since Vi belongs to xi and Vi is open, pi I composition f is continuous implies and Vi is open in xi. Therefore, pi I composition f whole inverse of Vi is open in Z. Open in Z. Okay. And since Z is the topological space, some elements are open means their intersection, their finite intersection will be also open, because since Z is a topological space, that its topology must be closed under finite intersection. Okay, therefore intersection I equal to 1 to n pi I composition f whole inverse of Vi is open in Z. എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ്? Since Z is a topological space and topology is closed under finite intersection. Topology is closed under finite intersection. Okay, so that means what is this? This is nothing but f inverse of V. F inverse of V is open in Z. So we are started from So we choose some V is a base element in capital X and we find out F inverse of V. It is of the form intersection of these sets and we proved that this is open in capital Z. Therefore, for any open set V in capital X, F inverse of V will be open. So which implies inverse image of base elements of capital X is open under F. Therefore, F is continuous. Thank you.